everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show up for an international audience. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Right back to Dixon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Greg Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Play action. Flacco. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Flacco gives off to Dixon. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kamale Correa coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's got the rookie. It's D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. That goes for a gain of 31.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Here's Brad Nordman now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here come the Ravens. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Benjamin with it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Flacco. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Flacco from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Fournette. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Some things you just accept as fact in the NFL, and one that is true. The Baltimore Ravens are going to attack you on defense and create turnovers and takeaways. Their secondary had 18 interceptions in 2016.
And that was tied for the most in the league. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Dixon on the give from Flacco. And some room to roam now. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, Flacco now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
You're never supposed to take a player for granted, but you almost do with Justin Tucker, don't you?
Last year, how good was he?
He was phenomenal. The one miss that he had on the season was a block against New England, correct?
Yeah, he was 38 of 39, also didn't miss a PAT.
And one thing you want to do, if you want to book him as an opera singer, you better get on the boards early. Justin Tucker can sing it now.
A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down, it's Dixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To pass, Flacco. Completes it to Danny Woodhead. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. On first down, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. They'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 5 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up. And then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
There we go now. 390. 3. Go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Bortles now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Flacco. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco looking for his running back, and he's got it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Flacco here on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Flacco. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. On play action, it's Bortles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Past the 20. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A very solid gain of 27. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 4-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw is Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Flacco. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brett Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Fournette. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it with Dixon. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So it'll be first down here after the run. A red zone first down for Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Dante Fowler in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. It's Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Now Bortles. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's Flacco. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there, and it's 3rd and 4.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Woodhead. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Welcome back now here in London. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Shift together here from the D-line. On play action, now Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
On 1st down, Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kamale Correa coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run with Dixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. To pass, Flacco. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Fournette on the counter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
There we go. Blue 45. Hey,
going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
There we go now.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Bortles to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now it's Dixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. They find some open field here. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Baltimore, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.
Yeah, pulling up with the crew. Oh my goodness. Must have done same with the roof. Oh my goodness. You sitting looking stupid on the stoop. Oh my goodness. I would take notes if I were you. Oh my goodness. This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we